Yeah. Good evening, everyone. I am just
Blinking.
Hi, Gary.
Gary?
Don't crash whatever you do.
Huh?
Says he's driving.
Oh, driving. No YouTuber driving.
He said he'll be back in about 30 minutes.
Right, okay. About 25 people on the panel by then.
I'm going to say, I keep trying to pin this bloody thing, but messages keep coming up. Ooh, he's got his Kit Kat right in front of him.
You having a break, Amjad?
Hope you've all had a good weekend. Yeah, that and all, Chase. So, nothing really to report. Obviously, I had my hair done and shopping, and Chris went out yesterday afternoon, and that's about it, really. Hey, oh, baby. Oh, I didn't know I was laughing at him. You see what Gary's put? Y fronts is coming back in fashion.
I've got about 10 pair in my drawer, Gary.
Well, they're not Y fronts. Yeah. Yeah, what I was laughing at, I've put my walker there and I chase, because it's got like a seat on it. Well, that thing lifts up and it's got like a bag, what you put your bits and bobs in. I chase, well, the lid's down and Chase were trying to get into the bag. You'll be all right after a bit, Amjad. It'd be like, second nature. So, yeah. Same as I say, everybody has to start somewhere, Amjad. We started out with the exact same machine with switch to hot and cold, exactly the same. And then, yeah, we had another one. I think we've had about, how many we had? About 4 or 5, haven't we?
Brilliant, very good.
Yeah. But sort of, this last couple of times, we've had the automatic one. You know what I mean? And it's just like, Arm's got like a dial on it for the size of your cup. And then the hot and cold. But that it's a button. And then to start it, you just press button other side and voila. But yeah, it even lets you choose. Let's say if you, I don't know, his dad likes espresso. We won't buy espresso, because it's
shit.
But let's say, his dad, yeah, that espresso, you have it in a little cup. So then you turn dial to, whatever size cup. Because I don't know whether you've noticed or not, Amjad, but on the box, there's like, I don't know, it's like a thing. Baby, go and get boxes. Anyway, so on the side of the box, there's like a thing for the size of the cups. Now that is exactly the same on our automatic one. So you turn it to, basically, for the people that's got the automatic machines, it's basically telling you what setting to put it on. In a roundabout way. So yeah, but it's outside that box. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but yeah, what I'd call like starts off at a little dot and then goes up and goes up and goes up and in size. So if you look outside that box, it'll tell you for the automatic, what setting to put it on? Hi Bria, how are you? Well, I gave this same advice to Richard. First of all, we started using empty ice cream tubs, but the only downside of that is you've got all the drips in the bottom, and after a bit it starts to stink. So we bought, well, it were a set of 2 bins actually. We put like one of these scented bin liners in it, drop the pods in it, and when Chris empties it, he just pulls it out, ties it up and chucks it in bin. So that is the only advice I would give you, Amjad, because after you've filled your cup, yeah, that's it. It goes everywhere. So we started off putting our pods straight out of the machine into like an empty ice cream tub. But then we found after a few days, with congregation or all thing, it started to stink a bit. So basically we went on to the bin one. So we've got like a little tiny bin. I'll see if I can find them on my buy again thing, Amjad, because we've got one in there, because they come in a set of 2 for the pods. That's cost me what we mainly bought it for. But the other bin I've got in the toilet downstairs, for empty toilet rolls. So yeah, but yeah, we buy the scented, you know what I mean, the scented bin liners, the fit little bins. Just put one of them in, and then straight out at Dolce Gusto into this bin. And then when it gets to a certain thing, Chris just ties it up and takes it to the bin, or takes the bin to the bin, and then washes it all out. Yeah. So yeah, so we've sort of progressed from an empty ice cream, thing to a yeah. Yeah, I'm just trying to see if what?
I'm not bringing it before you ask us.
No, I'm looking. I'm going in me. See, these is the bin liners that we use. Amjad, we buy them on a roll, and they're made, specifically for smaller bins. Ah, here we are. But they're currently unavailable. That's the kind of thing that we've got, Amjad. They come in a pack of 2, but it says they're unavailable. But yeah, you see, this is what they look like when they've and then you put your lid on, so it's sort of like all contained. So but yeah, that's what we bought, Amjad. Them 2, it's like a pack of 2 bins, and them bin liners, and we just put them in, put lid on, and voila, no mess, no nothing. But yeah, as soon as Chris takes it because he takes the whole thing to the bin, lifts it out while he's outside, ties it up in case some's dripped it bottom of the bin, chucks it in bin, and then gives it a wash out and new bin liners, starting from afresh. So there you go. But yeah, that's all you need, Amjad, like a bin or something. You know, I mean, you don't necessarily have to put it on worktop or anything, because we've just got on in kitchen, as well as there's other, you know, as main bins. But that is specifically used for the pods. Then you're not making a mess everywhere. You'll get used to it, Amjad. So yeah, so that's it. You know what I mean? You progress and you get used to it, and you know it's like second nature to us now. You see, oh, you fly tipping, in other words, Gary. Why does it drip? Because when you put the pod in, Amjad, and you pull that thing down, I don't know whether you've heard it, and it sort of like makes a popping noise. Oh, you're going round all the skips, are you? Anyway, so when you pull that thing down, it's got like a pin.
Dumpster diving, in other words.
Shut up. I've tried to explain to Amjad why it drips. So yeah, so when you pull the thing down, it pierces the top of the pod. I don't know whether you've noticed, it's got like a little hole in top. So when you pull that thing down, it pierces the top of the pod. So then you put it to hot or cold, and it flows through the pod, so you get your drink. So basically, it's the remnants, what's left in the pod. You know what I mean? That's only the easiest way I can explain it to you. So yeah, it's like yeah, when you pull that thing down and you've put your pod in your slot, this thing pierces the top of the pod, just one hole, so your water flows through it, actually through the pod. Yeah, so it sort of, once you've turned it off, you know, that's the reason why you've got a drip tray with it as well. You know, the bottom bit, that's the drip tray, so it catches any excess thing. But the reason why the pod drips is because it, obviously you've had water draining through it, so you're going to get a bit of congregated water actually in the pod. So yeah, I hope sort of that, you know, explains it to you. Ooh. You see, I think the Nesquik and the Galaxy ones are not going to be as sweet as the Kit Kat ones. It's all right, I'm just trying to think. I saw on, I think it was my Google, there's one that they're discontinuing. It's that cafe au lait. So that one is being discontinued. But that, I Richard, okay. It's all right. We're explaining the Dolce to Amjad. But yeah, Chocochino, I won't really bother with that one. You're better off either the Galaxy ones or the Nesquik. So, but yeah, I mean, this is the thing, Amjad. You've got to experiment to find out what you like. You see, that's how come we come to a conclusion that we like flat whites, because we used to have the latte and the cappuccino. I don't know what, I can't even remember how we got onto flat whites, to be honest with you. But this is it. You've got to, you know, we've had the chocochino, we've had the cafe au lait. I don't like none of these Americano, you know, these you know. But yeah, I'm not into the, the old, sludge tasting ones, if you know what I mean. Don't, I don't do, we don't do that kind of drink. But yeah, we started off on lattes and cappuccinos. But same as we've said, I think where it came about, Amjad, is because the lattes and the cappuccino, there's 8 milk and 8 coffee pods. So obviously you put your milk in first and then you run your coffee pod through. But in essence, you're only getting 8 drinks out of it, even though there's 16 pods in it. Well, we're seeing the flat whites and there's no milk. It's just one pod. Like the like the Kit Kats. It's just one pod, you put it in, jobs are good in. So we said, well, these is a box of 16 and you're actually getting 16 drinks out of it instead of only 8, even though the others has got 16 pods in, 8's milk and 8's lattes or 8 cappuccinos. So in fact, you're only getting 8 drinks out of it. Well, these, you're getting the full 16 because it's just one pod. We do have occasionally, because there's, for a long time, our Asda didn't do the flat whites, and that's how Chris found out that they did the big boxes in Home Bargains. Now they hadn't had the big flat whites in, so he's been buying the smaller boxes from Asda. So yeah, it's just swings and rounds about Amjad. Yeah, that's what I said. Just it's like that. Yeah, the wafery taste. Now, if you imagine a galaxy, it's just going to taste of hot chocolate. You're not going to have that wafer taste. Or the Nesquik one, that's just going to be like the chocolate taste. So there you go. Oh, I bought these glasses. Yeah, I bought these cups off well, we'd got some before, but breakages and everything. So, and Chris, stop drinking all Jeanette's coffee, man. Hiya, Woody. But yeah,
I don't want that. Gotta be done, pal.
Them cups I got off Amazon, and I bought Richard exactly the same ones as like an housewarming present, and I bought him some like tumblers as well. But yeah, definitely try, what you think you'll like, Amjad. I mean, if there's only you using it and you only drink hot chocolate, then you've got to experiment till you find one that you like. So there you go. You noticed out, Woody? I've had my hair done. It looked a bit better on Saturday because obviously I've slept on it a few times, but yeah, I've gone for the really short cut this time. So yeah, I mean, if me and Chris were to go on, what is it, Mastermind, I think a speciality would be Dolce Gusto, what's and wherefores, you know what I mean? Because we're professionals at it, so to speak. I can't even remember how far back we bought his first Dolce Gusto machine. Can't remember. But I'm telling you, Amjad, it goes everywhere with us. Everywhere. If we have to spend a night away from home, it goes with us. But you see, when we went down to Flamborough, I'd bought the pods in advance because I thought, well, there's a Tesco's and a Co-op. They're not forced to stock them, so we stocked up on flat whites and presto. You know what I mean? Don't take a lot of space up, you know. So yeah, Dose Gusto will travel. Oh dear. But I mean, it's only like going on holiday and you're taking your favourite coffee with you, isn't it? If you know what I mean. It's only the same with that. Your favourite jar of coffee or your favourite blend of coffee, you know what I mean? I've got something exciting to tell you, and I don't want to say it loud. Guess who's been on a date today? He's not looking. And she wants to meet him again this week. There's a bit of gossip for you. Chris has actually met her because he dropped him off, and she was waiting for him. She even invited, because they only went to for a cup of coffee, to Costa Coffee. And she even said to Chris, she says, are you coming for a drink with us? He says, no, I'll leave you two to it. Yeah. Things is looking up, Bria. Well, Chris says something about a date, and he kept saying, it's not a date, we're just meeting up. It's just a meet up. Well, when she wants to meet up for a second time, I think she can say it were a date. So they were only there an hour, but they had a bit of a coffee and a chat. But sounds like she's had a bit of bad luck with fellas. She was telling Callum that this lad or whoever took her to this restaurant. She says he goes to the toilet and does a runner, leaving her to pay bill. She says she had to ring her auntie to come pay bill. I thought, Callum won't do out like that. But yeah, so it sounds like she ain't had a good time of dating. So, but I says to Chris, I says, it's progress. Same as you say, it's progress, Bria, because he come back and he says she wants to meet me again sometime this week. I know. When Callum told me, I thought, I'd have strung him up with. Yeah, he went to the bog and did a runner and left her sat there at table, and she ended up having to ring her auntie to come and pay bill. So there you go.
How are we doing?
You look at Mr. Sharp.
Yeah.
You finally got it done. Have you been listening?
Yeah, I've been listening, yeah.
She wants to meet up again this week.
Oh, hellfire.
He's on a roll.
Bloody hell.
So, But
Hello,
she's
Bria. Hello, Woody. Hello, Amjad. How's my favourite nephew?
Gary's,
En route.
yes. Look at that sexy hairdo. Who, me or Richard? He's been wanting it doing, Woody, for ages, and
Oh,
he goes, yeah, he goes to this regular barber, and yeah, he managed to get him on Sunday.
correct. I went past about 3 times, and there was somebody churned, then when it went off, I was in there.
Oh dear.
I give my beard a blast as well. Get rid of the old grey.
Yeah, he's looking sharp as a pencil, isn't he?
Yeah, I've spent the last half hour setting that bloody PlayStation up. It was doing me head in.
Ah, what time did it come then?
It came, I don't know, it was dinner time. Sometime today it came. It didn't turn up yesterday when it was supposed to do. Said, sorry, there's been a delay with your parcel. It'll be here tomorrow. And so it came about 12 o'clock, I think. I picked it up at 7 o'clock tonight, I did. And I've just been bugging about setting it up. I finally got it set up. It took me ages to do that. It pissed about putting codes in and numbers and account numbers and shit. And some woman on it, it was just shouting at me all the time, this flipping text-to-speech voice thing, and I took me ages to work out how to turn her off. It was a novelty at first, having a bird talking in place, and then I got sick of her.
So he turned her off.
Yeah, I thought, bugger this, I've had enough of you, bitch.
It's like at night time when Chris turns his phone off. Of course, he's got an iPhone. He'll just say, "Was it Siri?"
Siri, yeah.
Yeah, turn off. And normally she'd go, Well, I think she, she's got a bit of a off on, because sometimes she don't do it. Yeah, Bria says going round and round waiting for the chair to be free.
Well, I'm going that block a few times. You know what I mean? Because Roadworks has gone now that were outside shop, so they've gone. So, and parking spaces, there were plenty. So I thought, right, and I just kept circuiting. You go around and go off and back around. The funny is, when you do a circuit, you have to drive through red light districts, so you look like a curb crawler.
But he's always busy, though, isn't he?
There's always somebody at chair. Always, and sometimes there's somebody at chair and somebody waiting him on at chair in bloody little chairs. But
yeah, Richard, not one for waiting. He likes to zoom in and get straight in chair.
Correct. I nearly fell asleep actually when he was cutting me hair. I was dozing off. Hey, Amjad.
But it was like me when she was doing my hair. I don't know. It's just something about somebody else doing your hair for you. It makes you feel so relaxed.
Yeah, well, there's that big comfy chair as well. That does it for me. In hairdressing, big chunky chair with big comfy chair with footrests and everything, So I'm just like that. Oh.
Oh dear. Oh, I've got itchy nose.
How's that hot chocolate, nephew? Hot Kit Kat going. Yeah, so we. What were we going to say now? I've lost my train of thought. Yeah, he woke me up though because he picked these pair of tongs up that he'd been using, these electric things. Started doing me back of my head. They were red hot. They were like, fucking hell. I know not.
Nearly scolded you, did he?
Mm.
But at least you've got it done now. We're going a bit rampant, if you know what I mean.
Correct. Definitely. Yeah, I finally got rid of my grey as well, which is good. My mum says to me, "You look different now, Gob. What have you been doing?"
Right, Gob. Got to love her though.
Yeah. So what do you mean? What have I been doing? I haven't done bugger all. She says, well, you look different.
And she noticed you've had your hair cut as well then?
No, she never noticed that. Never noticed that. But yeah, she said, you look different round gob. So, I'm not explaining that. Can't be
Just
bothered.
say it's the same gob I were born with.
Yeah. But I'm not getting into this. God. No, Johnny.
No, not yet. But yeah. Oh dear. Love her.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just looking at our chases. He sort of laid by and then he looked up and he just went. Sort of going to sleep with his head up in air. I wonder if that's so we don't miss now.
Could be.
Yeah.
Oh, she's on top shelf. You say, I don't know where that bugger of mine is. She's been annoying me.
Yeah, I can see her on top.
She's been annoying me for the past half hour while I've been pissing about it back at telly with wires and stuff. She's been
She's
total nuisance.
been your assistant, has she?
No, she weren't assisting one bit. She got on my wick.
Oh dear.
Right up the nose, she was. She really annoying me.
Bless her.
God. That's
Here's my opportunity to go behind telly.
Yeah, well, she goes behind it anyway. I mean, she hasn't yanked any wires out of anything because she just piss about behind telly quite a bit.
He's bought the PS5.
Coming on for Leicester.
Hey? Who?
15-year-old player coming on for Leicester.
15?
15 years old.
So I was watching Leicester
Shows you how
match.
shit they are.
Hi, partners.
Hello, partners.
I thought they'd got to be a certain age, though, to play in main team. Bought a 15-year-old on.
Oh, fair.
Not allowed to have a sponsor on back of his shirt because of his age or front of his shirt.
Oh.
Got me 18, I think.
You're allowed to play at that age. Still be at
That's
school,
exactly
won't
what I've just said. It says that he's not allowed to have sponsorship on front, wrote on his shirt because of his age. Got to be. Hi, Grandpa Kevin. How are you?
Hello, Kevin. How are we doing?
Because of his age, they've got to be 18. Well, I thought they got to be 18 to be on pitch, but apparently not. They must be, scraping bottom at barrel to bring a 15-year-old on.
Yeah.
Who they playing? Baby. Who they playing?
It's Leicester v Newcastle.
Who's winning?
Newcastle 3-0, Leicester is shit.
Newcastle's winning 3-0.
Us Leeds and Burnley got to look forward to whoever goes up next season. Getting battered every week.
One kid can't. I hope that black and white one that we've had's getting a bit, too big for his own good. You know how we've had patio doors open when it's been nice? It was going to come in ass the other day. It's a good job Chris sits over there. He went, no, not today, thank you. So, we can't get rid of that for love and money. Don't matter what you do to it, it still comes back. But you see, the thing about it is, it's not had its done, so it's spraying everywhere. So, yeah, and that's what unneutered or male cats do. They mark the territory. You see. You went, yeah, you can. It's all you like, he says, but this is my cat's territory, not yours. So, you see, that's what you've got to put up with. It might be its friend. You never know.
Yeah.
You see, there's two carts that are Chase plays about with. Peanut and who's other cat? Oh, that Tabby. And you can see them sometimes running amok, if you know what I mean. They like chasing each other outside, and I think basically they're the same age as our Chase, so he, you know.
All right.
Funny things cats saw.
Tell me about it.
Oh dear.
Bought a milkshake maker I did yesterday off Amazon. It's brilliant.
Ooh.
Superb it is. Portable. Well, it's portable if you want it to be portable. I didn't buy it for that, but it just makes one milkshake. It's really good. It is.
Do you protein shakes in it then, or?
Correct. That's exactly because I had a shaky thing, but every time I drank it, they were like a bit bitty and stuff. And I
Yeah.
thought,
I mean, they're all right, but you can never
get every single lump
yeah
out. Not by
shake
shaking
it up.
it,
Yeah,
but this machine, whoa, flipping out, no problem. No problem.
that's
And
what you need.
you charge it up and it's away. It's just makes one shake. It does. It's brilliant. Super duper.
It's not that new. No, it's not that nutrable. Is it a proper like milkshake maker?
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. Well, you can put fruit in it as well. You know, chuck fruit in it and all that shit.
Ah,
Put milk in and then chuck a slice of banana, whiz that in, and do all that crap. You know, brilliant, brilliant. And the beauty of it is you can just drink the milkshake straight out of it when you finish it. So that saves a
yeah,
pot to wash up.
yeah. That's it. Just drink straight from.
Oh,
Correct.
Ah, tint blue, is it?
No, white. White.
I'm trying to look for it on. What make is it?
Shadows.
oh, brilliant. Well, shoot. Oh,
Is that the one?
No,
No.
no, it's a lot smaller than that. It's portable.
Well, that's what it says. Portable blender.
Very good it is. Very good. It might be that one actually. I don't know. I'll show you. Listen. There it is. You see it?
Yeah, that's that one I've just shown you, but that one were black. I
Runs
think.
on batteries. Well, you know, you recharge it and away you go. 21.99, even though that's backwards for some reason, but it's 21.99.
Is it- that's.
There it is. Anyway,
Sure, I've seen that one.
I nearly put fucking buy. Click buy it now, then by accident. I don't want another.
Oh dear. But the thing is, I mean, when you use a blender, you've got to imagine that the only small, knives that sink bottom. Now,
Oh, yeah.
if you look at the ones in the food processor, they're massive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Well, that's not what it's for. It's just for making one milkshake. That's all. It makes
yeah,
about 800 mil, just short of a litre at a time. You can make.
but that's it. You know what I mean? It's like everything, Bria. It has its limitations. You know what I mean? And a blender is exactly what it says on the box. It blends things. It don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can put ice in it. You can stick ice in it. I've tried a bit of ice, and it smashes it up, no problem.
But you know what I mean? It's fit for purpose. What you want it for, and it does
Correct.
what it says on the box. Yeah,
That's it.
you know. It's all right, like doing one of these shakes by hand, but it's like everything else. You're not, you know, you're not getting every last bit of powder.
No, well, it was shit. I always left with a lot of bloody sludge behind. I'm not there.
We see the thing is, I mean, like I made an apple crumble yesterday, and I did the crumble bit in the food processor.
Yeah.
But you always find right at bottom where blades are, there's like a layer of flour that it ain't mixed in.
Yeah.
So what I do is I get one of my plastic things, get a swirl round, and then get another blasted thing. Then you get in the bottom bits of flour mixed
Yeah.
into your mixture. Ah, that's the problem then, Bria. It got a bit too thick. You see,
Yeah.
them blenders has only got small motors as well. You know, I mean, it's like Richard's. He's bought it to make milkshakes, so it fits for what he wants it to do, which is make milkshakes. You know, there's only like certain things you can do. I mean, it's like that very first mini egg recipe that I did. But you see, I make mistake. I got the mini egg straight out the fridge and put them in food processor, and it was just like skimming tops off, like the crunchy outer shell, the chocolate inside them. Hi, Gary.
Hey, Gary, how are you doing?
But yeah, and I says to Chris, I says, well, if I'd have thought, beforehand, you imagine that chocolate inside the mini eggs has come straight out at fridge, so it's sort of solid. And all my food processor were doing was just skimming candy coated shell thing off them. So
How's it going, Gary? I've been to B&Q again.
he's been round finding skips and places to get rid of some breeze blocks. And yes, Gary did send me a sick note.
Yeah, don't do that again, Gary.
Yeah, he sent me a sick note
Next
yesterday.
sick note.
But we're not going into details about it, but yeah. Oh no, dumping breeze blocks in skips as council will not take builders' waste. Oh dear. I know that's where you've dumped them then, Gary. I don't want to implicate you in anything.
Yeah. End up getting arrested for fly tipping.
Yeah.
End up being back at Peeler van.
But Because when he first come on and he says something about I'm driving, he says I removed a load of breeze blocks from my mum's today. He says, I says, so in other words, you're fly tipping. Oh, pardon me. Been building a fort. Yeah, you could have brought him over to Richards and built a fort round his castle. So I think Callum still does need some pointers, Richard, as regards the dating lark.
All sorts of that.
You know what I mean? From there for it to blend in with it, building materials. He went on a date and whispering because he's just come out of his bedroom to clean his teeth. He went on a date today. And she wants to see him again this week.
Like you'll have her in 4 weeks in a month.
Well, he wet his whistle because he went for a coffee with her. That's the only thing that got wet. Chris gave him some money because they were going to Costa. So when he come back, he says, did you buy her coffee? What did she have, an iced tea or something? And he says, she had an iced tea. Chris says, did you buy hers? He went, no, she didn't ask me. He says, you plank. He says, you should offer to buy a lady the drink. But yeah, just bought his own. They're here by her.
Yeah.
I could talk a bit louder now because he's gone back in his bedroom. But yeah, Chris gave him some money to get him and her a coffee and whatnot. And when he come back, he says, did you buy her a drink? He went, no. He says, I just bought me. But I think... Shut up, being crude. It went that kind of a date. It were a get to know you date.
Yeah. I just want to be a get to know you a bit better date.
Apparently they're going for a walk in park, I think.
Oh, I'll fire. Bit of dogging going on.
I says to him, I says, Johnny's got a picnic basket. I says, yeah, let us, Johnny, if you can borrow his picnic basket.
Yeah.
And have a sit in park and have a little bit of a romantic picnic.
You know her name? What's her name? First name?
What's her name again? Baby. Ayati or Ayata or something like that.
She's English. Oh, I'll fire.
But
very, very, very continental is our Callum. Bloody hell.
I know. Yeah. She said her parents are very strict.
Yeah, there they are. Blimey.
But yeah, I keep forgetting what her name is because, yeah, it's a funny name. Ayat or I don't know. Hey, well, that's true, Bria. Can you imagine him taking her out for a picnic and him scoffing a lot? That wouldn't go down very well on a date, would it? You know, he'll be saying to me next. He'll be saying, you know, how you do your baking? Can I take a sample to, with me? Well, apparently, they're going back to plastic straws. I think everybody's
Well, they
been.
need to. They bloody need
Everybody,
to. The ridiculous empty cardboard things.
I know.
I
It's
mean,
like after you've had a couple of drinks at them, all and go soggy, and you sat there
oh
going,
yeah. I mean, them McDonald's shakes, the straw used to have a spoon on the end, like a spoony bit, so you could get every
yeah.
bit out. And then they started making them out of cardboard. That's bloody worthless. But it's all these trio goose. Let's make
I'm going to
straws
say
out of
you try sucking a milkshake up a cardboard straw.
cardboard. Yeah, terrible. The old straws used to be plastic, and the end was flattened inside, so you could actually use it as a spoon.
That's it. Yeah,
You know,
that's the way to go, Bria. Everybody buys them metal straws.
yeah.
Take their own, if you know what I
Well,
mean.
I mean, I've been McDonald's now for over, God, yonks, but I've been Burger King for over a month now.
Yeah, but everybody's doing them paper
I think that
straws,
Burger King in Blackburn will be closing down.
is it? Oh yeah,
They will be.
they've been going back.
They go bankrupt now that I've stopped eating takeaways and all that shit.
Apparently, they are bringing back the plastic straws.
Yeah, they need
Yeah,
to.
but yeah, that's the way to go. Them metal straws. You know what I mean? They don't go soggy. You get every last bit. You know what I mean? And you're not sat there going
Yeah.
after a bit trying to, you know, get the liquid up the straw. They are.
Yeah.
I agree, 100%. Amjad.
Oh, yeah.
Don't know who invented them. They'll be going out of business soon because I think all the replacing. I don't. McDonald's are on about replacing them with them going back to plastic straws. Ah,
God, I were bunged up again yesterday, Sunday. Bloody again, bunged up again. And then this morning it was torpedo time again.
hey up. I saw on the news tonight. There's been this Galapagos turtle first time mum at the age of 100.
Oh, well, fire.
Oh dear. And it says, like how they dig a hole and bury the eggs. The people, the keepers had to go and retrieve them. And apparently, now this is a bit of useless information, but it all depends on the heat of the heat lamp that is in the incubator, which determines the sex. So there you go. Bombs away. It went
Yeah.
other day, Gary.
Oh, yeah, that's twice now. I mean, Saturday it started, but I thought it'll be happening. So on Sunday, it was bad. Oh, God, I went to I couldn't get rid of anything. Oh, my God, here we are again. So I took two of them blasters.
Then Max
And then this
Strength.
morning, that was it. God, it took some getting out, but flipping out the relief when it come out. So another, I went, yay, like that. Works. Get out there, you bastard!
Like Chris, when he went to the toilet the other night, he went, well, hey.
There can't be any more to come out because I've not had any solid food today or yesterday, so there can't be hotels. You know what I mean?
Back to talking about shitting.
all I've had today is some blueberries. That's all I've had as far as solid food. Blueberries.
They
Because
good
I read
blueberries.
Who?
Blueberries are good antioxidants.
Yeah, well, I read somewhere they were good for your getting things moving and all, to the bottom end. So I thought, I'll get a box of blueberries. To be quite honest, they were shit, but there you go.
A bit bland.
Yeah, I lost interest in them, but I had half a packet and then whirled the rest out my window.
But yeah,
Give them to birds. A lot of birds will eat them.
they are very bland on their own. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As a fruit in general, they're very bland.
Oh yeah.
All this talk about milkshakes, it's made me want to have a whiskey milkshake. Cheers, Richard.
Very nice.
I've nearly run out of that whiskey, mate. I'm going to have to get another one.
Oh, fire.
I know. It's not good. Running low.
Prunes, kiwis, apples, and berries can help stimulate bowel movements.
Correct.
No.
Oh yeah.
You don't want prunes though; they're horrible. Kiwis,
I'm not into kiwis.
apples,
I can eat apples, but they bore me a bit.
blackberries, raspberries.
Blackberries, I don't mind. Raspberries, I don't mind.
Pears is a natural laxative.
What pears are they?
Pears.
Got some bananas. I'm going to make a milkshake with them, but
Oranges and other citrus fruits.
that's right. Citrus fruits,
Yeah.
which is something I don't bother with really. Citrus fruit. I'm not an orange fan.
Mango, some
No
people.
problem.
Well, that's me then.
Yeah.
What's she done?
You meowing at. Yeah.
Figs. Ugh.
Figs. Yeah, figs. Don't mind a fig roll.
It's not the same thing. You've got to have, you know.
What are you doing? What are you doing, you? It's all this way, you won't fall off the side. You're sneezing at. You gonna sneeze? Just come up here to sneeze on me, thanks. I'll say, rub your head against me. It's took me.
Sauerkraut. Ugh.
What the hell sauerkraut? What's that?
I don't
Heard of
know.
it?
It says 2 tablespoons of homemade sauerkraut contain around the same amount of bacteria as probiotic supplements.
Probiotic, that's the one. Probiotic yogurts.
Yeah. Them
Well,
little.
all I've had today is blueberries, so there's fucking no up there to come out. And I've got loads of gear to make shakes with, and I've got some of them tins of nourishment as well, which, to be quite honest, look a bit vile. The cans look like something you'd find in your granny's cupboard 50 years ago. But everybody goes on about them, saying they're the best. You know what I mean? They're in like a can with a pull-off ring pull called Nourishment, and the can looks like
Grapes. There's another one. Grapes. And they contain a lot of water, does grapes, and it says which helps add moisture to the hard stools.
All right. What are you doing, cat? Get off.
So there you go. Techniques that may encourage bowel movements include massage the stomach in a circular clockwise motion, exercise, eat more fibre, drink plenty of water, glycerol suppositories. There you go.
Very good. What's fibre? What kind of food's fibre?
But this is saying whole grains like wholemeal bread, brown rice, whole wheat pasta, along with fruits, vegetables, beans, pulses, nuts, seeds, and high fibre cereals. But you don't want that, do you?
No. Brussels sprouts, are they on that list?
Right, it says fruits, shredded wheat. That's it. Fruits
I've
that
got
are
some.
high in fibre are avocado, apples, raspberries, bananas,
I've got some
pears,
bananas.
figs, and prunes.
Got bananas and I've got Weetabix. So I've got some of that Weetabix protein. It's called. It's a different kind of Weetabix.
Ah, yeah, it's in liquid form, isn't it?
No. It's normal Weetabix, but it's called Weetabix protein.
Oh.
Normal bricks that you chuck milk on.
Vegetables that are high in fibre, broccoli,
God, would be bloody broccoli in there, wouldn't it?
Brussels
Brussels
sprouts,
sprout, there's the one. Good old
leaf-
Brussels sprouts. I can
it's
eat
a
them till I can't eat
leafy
it.
leafy greens, including spinach, kale, and other leafy
Ah, well,
greens.
spinach and kale are out the window. That's, to me, kale is just roadside weeds.
Yeah, carrots,
I don't mind carrots.
potatoes. It says eat with the skin on for extra fibre, but yeah. Sweet potato,
Yeah.
peas, artichokes, and beetroot.
Well, I love beetroot. I could eat beetroot just like an apple. So I've been looking for sprouts when I've been in Sainsbury's and I've not seen any. It
You're
must
not
be out
bothered
of
about
season,
nuts
isn't it?
and seeds, are you? Are you bothered about nuts and seeds?
No, you can keep your nuts and seeds. Beetroot and Brussels sprouts I love, but I've looked in Sainsbury's and they haven't had neither. And I just, they
Dark
must be.
chocolate, a surprising good source of fibre. Kidney beans, apparently.
Yeah,
That they high in fibre.
I don't mind kidney beans in a spag bol or something, but on their own.
Hiya, Bill.
Hello, Bill. How we doing?
I quite like beetroot, actually, Bria.
Oh, I love it, beetroot.
But yeah, if you like pears, Richard, they very high in fibre.
Pears, yeah, I like pears. As long as they're nice and ripe. I don't like these you get that are bloody rock hard.
Yeah, you've got to go around
Down,
the supermarket getting it to squeeze.
Yeah, I like to give a pear a good squeeze before I bite it. I do like to squeeze a good pear.
It's so quiet in here.
It is.
Are you texting Richard?
I'm
No.
looking at high fibre stuff. We're on the same conversation that we're having the other day.
Oh, I don't know where my car is, and it might not be in the garage.
You
The other day, yeah.
You lost it.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Not knowing where it is normal.
Right.
It has short-term
Mine
memory,
is.
so it
It's about
must
50
be
foot that way.
pomegranate as well. That's high in fibre.
Oh, pomegranates. Flipping out. It take a bloody month to eat one.
Yeah, Richard, I start every day with a list. I make a list, and the last thing on the list is go to sleep.
Yeah.
I'm doomed without it.
That's the last thing on my list.
Mine's an actual list that actually says go to sleep, though. It's like when I go to the grocery store, I make a list for the grocery store in the order that they will be if I go one direction.
Scandinavian fibre crisp bread. Ooh, I bet that's like eating cardboard.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good.
No. It looks like cardboard as well.
Ryvita, I bet there's fibre in Ryvita.
Yeah. Hey, look, mandarin as well. That's good for you. You know, your digestion. Mandarin, you know.
Everything is good for you if you eat the right amount.
Green beans.
Not a fan of green beans. I can tolerate them, but they're not my favourite.
Yeah, green beans are a tolerate vegetable. You tolerate eating them. Now, Gary, today was an easy day. I talked to a couple of guys about cutting down all the bushes in my backyard, and now I'm poking around to find somebody to put a fence where the bushes used to be yesterday. You can do better things with a fence than you can with bushes. You have to cut bushes. You don't have to cut a fence. And I'll be there Friday. We land in Heathrow Friday. Yeah, Saturday. Yeah, we land at Heathrow Saturday, and then we're going to drive up to Conway.
Conway.
It's in Wales, isn't it?
In Wales, yeah.
Reese attempted a joke there. Yeah, in Tesco's, Richard. Tesco breakfast fruit topper, and it's a ready mixed bag, and it's got strawberries, peach, pineapple, and mango.
Right.
That's at Tesco's.
Right. I'll have a look at that.
I can't buy it in the little chopped up stuff because it costs 5 times as much, and I've got a knife.
Yeah, £2 in Tesco's.
I'm too cheap.
So basically, let's say did you say got some Weetabix?
Yes.
You'd be able to have that on Weetabix.
Yeah, I can only load Weetabix first thing if I have it.
Well, that is, it says breakfast topper, it's called, but it's got a mixture of fruits in it. That's where I know it from then, Gary, because we do watch that Salvage Hunters. Yeah, that's I recognise it. Apparently, Gary is in a bit of a bind because he's doing this arse up, but he's he's financially is a bit strapped at the moment.
That bloody cat meowing at.
I was going to say, I've never heard her so vocal.
Yeah, she's on bloody units. That's why she does that. She gets on that unit and has a meow as if to say, Oh, look what I am, bastard.
Yeah, look at me.
That's exactly what she's doing.
Smashed avocado toast with egg. These is recipes that's high fibre breakfast. Yeah, I like him, Gary, because you know he's down to earth, and you know he's a bit crafty though. But apparently he's having financial difficulties at the moment.
Just going to go and make a brew. I won't be a sec.
Well, I suppose if you can make like guacamole, can't you? That's made with avocado, isn't it?
I love guacamole.
So with the mango, with the yeah, you tell me, avocado, like you mash it up and you make it into like a yeah.
Yeah, piss off.
Here, coconut raspberry smoothie, Richard. 13 grams of fibre. I'll send you that recipe, Richard. Just so you can give your thing a whirl. I didn't know. Coconut raspberry smoothie. All right, we're looking for. I mean, have you ever tried granola?
Yeah.
I bet it's like chewing. Buckwheat
It's
gruel.
okay. It's just a bunch of textures at once.
Hiya, Jamie. How are you?
Stop!
Cheers, Jamie. Instant oatmeal with cranberries and pecans. But that's Bill's phone. Sweet potato breakfast burritos. Yeah. What it is, Bria, he took on a project of doing this arse up, and basically he's ploughed all the money that he got into this house, and it's gone way over budget. And yeah.
Okay. Hello.
Hey, back with us.
Yeah. I was sort of kind of here.
You're not sure about that, Bill? This is it. He's basically put all his money or his disposable income into this house, and the restoration has took. Well, it's going to cost a lot more money than what he got. So basically, that's probably why he's had to sell his warehouse. Ooh, pineapple cucumber smoothie. Yeah, Gary says he think he got divorced from her.
Who's that?
You know him that we watched, Salvage Hunters, that Drew? Him.
You said he'd gone bust, didn't you?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Because of this restoration project that he's doing, you know, stuff's gone through roof, the price wise. Do you fancy making your own jam, Richard? Not listening. I mean, looking at some of these recipes, I don't think I'd want to eat them either. Has anybody tried? Is it hummus? Hummus. Apparently, you make it with chickpeas. So, savoury lentil waffles. Jam roly-poly. And somehow, you know, I can't envisage seeing Richard making jam.
You're fucking right there.
I said, do you fancy making your own jam? I mean, half of this stuff looks, you know, inedible, let's just say. Was about to say contains chickpeas. Yeah, I think you grind it all up, Bria. Wheat breakfast salad. That's it. As regards fibre. But yeah, you'll have to try having a go at making guacamole, Richard.
I like guacamole. Problem is with some of these things, they're high in calories, like granola. There's a lot of calories in granola. Can't go near the old calories, I'm afraid.
Here in Iceland, they do a breakfast loaded wrap. Right. Well, you know, this is the thing, Gary. You know, you scrambled egg, baked beans, pork sausage, smoked bacon, tomato ketchup, and brown. As that, Oatibix, is that what you want about? Are they what you want about, Richard?
No, mine are Weetabix protein.
I thought when you know
the standard size Weetabix. Yeah, I got them off Amazon.
Ah.
I'm browsing Craigslist and Facebook to see if I can find any little projects I can do before I go.
You ain't got much time, Bill.
Well, I've got till Friday. So if I find something and get it today, then I can order parts tomorrow, and then, hell, I have the video edited by the next day. There's only two places in every race: first place and everybody else.
That's it. What we're going to say, Richard, Yeah, you've got to like have a varied diet. You've got to eat some food. Like you said, the only thing you've had today is like some blueberries. That's not good for your guts. You've got to mix your diet up. But I know you want something that's low in calories, high in fibre.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Did you get that recipe I sent you? It were like a shake. Yeah. Ah.
I'm reading the comments trying to catch up with who's selling the warehouse.
I've never even heard of that, Bria. Chicken souvlaki. And they only come Bria's way once a year. But I mean, like you know, other people, like if they knew they were going away Friday, they'd want to wind down a little bit, so you replenished, and you know what I mean, for your travels.
Now, I can't slow down because if I ever slow down, then I won't be able to speed up again. It's just one speed, you know. No, everybody's different, but I like to be busy.
That's what I'm saying. There's, different people. I mean, like Johnny, he cannot stop. You know, he's got to be doing something.
Yeah.
But bloody delighted.
You ever have Facebook recommend somebody? It's people you may know, and you see somebody that you actually don't like, and you think, and it says you have two mutual friends, and you laugh and say he doesn't have any friends.
I always get that, Bill. I always get that, and it says people you might know.
Yeah, people you may know, and it's like for me, it's always what would you call it? Let's say well-developed girls. It's like,
that's it. Hi, Tim.
Hey, Tim. Hey, Tim. We're coming up
Tim, how are we doing?
We're coming up to Conway again. It's that time of year. We've actually got one now and then another one in June to go up there. We've got something south of London in June.
Oh.
I don't know what. I'm carry on. I just ride along.
Yeah, you're just the bag boy.
Yeah. I say I'm carry on luggage. She brings me, so I'll carry stuff around when we get there.
Well, it's better than you being at home. You get to see the world.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. And that's why we stayed in Llandudno for the last 3 trips. So we said, we're not going to stay there anymore. You know, I've seen it's not that big. I've seen every inch of it twice. And so we decided to go to Conway and stay there by the big castle and everything. And we're staying in the downtown area. No
idea, Gary. You were asking the same question on Saturday night. Here's Gary. You're doing a lot of sighing and whatever, Richard.
I'm still bugging about just trying to set this account thing up. What are you for?
Well, I thought you'd already got an account.
Yeah, but it's all the phone's doing lots of people.
Who's dinging? Is that you?
It's Richard.
Ah.
Both my hands is here, look.
No, I just thought that the 70s were just catching up with me, and it was just me hearing it. God, the 70s were 50 years ago. My God.
Oh, no. I think it's with him trying to, because he's bought a PlayStation 5, and you get notification after notification when you sign up to anything.
Yeah. I play with the Xbox, but for Christmas, it's easy to get my son something for Christmas. I'll get him whatever the new PlayStation is. Well, this year I got him season passes to a roller coaster park. called
Well, you
Six
see,
Flags.
our Callum's just gone on to, because he's been at Xbox through and through, and he's had he bought a PlayStation 5.
Yeah, PlayStation's got Ratchet and Clank, and that makes it pretty great.
Oh, our Callum.
Other than that,
he don't play them kind of. Callum's had one for months now, Gary. Richard's just bought one. Yeah. So he's trying to set it up, I think, Gary. He's called it a gay station. Yeah, Crash Bandicoot, I can remember that.
I was at my brother's house in Florida a few days ago, a couple of weeks ago, and we were playing the Wii. And we still love that thing. We play frisbee golf when he beats me to death.
But we're on about the Nintendo Wii, where sports resort and
yeah. We played the golf in the sports one.
In sports one, there were tennis, there were cricket, there were golf. But there's also like a winter one where you're jumping off this great big slope and snowboarding and skiing and God knows what else. There's all kind of things on Nintendo Wii for that. But yeah. Hang on. Yeah. He wanted the digital, so he's not got games stacked up. But our Callum's got the discs one.
Yeah, I've got some inside the Xbox and then some out, on regular discs. I like them inside better.
We see Richard, we're looking at, we've got a place called Argos. And they were looking on Argos and they'd only got the disc version. They'd not got the digital one. So our Callum said to Richard, well, I got mine off for Amazon. He says, well, do you know something? He says, I never thought of that. And he went on Amazon and, yeah, he's got the digital version. But, James Gibson, no, who were it that... Oh, that were it. Jason Summers. And he was saying, he got on about... I don't know, we got on about... And he says, because Richard has got one of the older PlayStations and he created a thing that all the games should be saved in his library on his his thing for PlayStation.
Oh, God forbid. It's painful, that.
He only got back to Arswit at 7 o'clock and it's doing his head in already.
It is, yeah. It's all this messing about because my PlayStation account was, I hadn't touched it for 2 years, so everything had expired. So I had to piss about putting my card details in and all that nonsense, and then pay for PlayStation Plus.
Hey, Tommy's here. Gary's been asking about you, Tommy. Wondering where you were. I says, well, he was asking the same question on Saturday night. Where's Gary? He has sent me a sick note, actually, Tommy, explaining. So it's good enough for me. So basically, even though you've still got that PlayStation account, you've had to update everything.
Yeah, because I haven't used it for like 18 months, so my PlayStation Plus annual thing had expired, and all my games were missing. Well, it is downloading them now as we speak. I can see them popping up behind me when I look at things.
Chase is behind you. Baby. Chase, I think he's wanted to go out. In other words, it's been a pain in the arse. Let's try not to get any speeding tickets or anything this time when you come, Bill.
Well, no, I don't worry about it because they don't go on my license. You just pay them and they never hear from me again.
Like if I were in America, they'd be thrown straight out the bloody window. I wouldn't even bother paying them.
Yeah. Well, no, I do pay them because I just, I don't want to go back and then find out that I'm popular with the police.
Yeah, you're on the list, the wanted list.
Yeah, for a speeding ticket.
Yeah. Oh, Tommy says we have a power outage here. All area is without What's that down to then, Tommy?
Yeah, what are you plugging your computer into?
Oh, yeah. Never thought of that, Bill.
Hi, Crypto. I apologize for not being able to see you.
Yeah, I watched Tim's mowing video. Oops. Oh, pardon me.
They'll be murdering me because I have my haircuts and everything. My flipping.
What?
I'm looking for somebody to put the fence up for me. And it's kind of funny when they show little videos of fences they did and they're off center. It's like I don't get it.
So what's your cut got to do with it, Richard?
The banking app wouldn't recognise my face.
Ah.
To get into the banking app, and it said enter your PIN number. Well, I don't figure know my PIN number to get into my banking app. I've always used face recognition.
It's probably because you've lost a bit of weight in your face and all. That's probably why it don't recognise you.
So face not recognised. Oh, frigging hell, it's just what I need. And now it's charged me twice for a game, the bastard. Just paid £100 for a flipping £50 game.
Oops. So when it said it hadn't done it first time, it had.
Well, I don't know. It seems that way. I just don't really know. But I know it's. I've just looked on transactions and it's on twice for some reason. That game that Callum were on about, Call of Duty,
Black Ops. Yeah.
Black Ops 6, and that it's on the list twice now.
See what Tommy's put. Good news is this can of ale doesn't need electricity to work. So is there any particular reason why it's gone down? Is it, it can be, very annoying, let's just say. You see, if our electric were to go down, what are you thinking? Oh, because I've watched a video. I didn't comment on it, but I did watch it. Pardon me. We everything we've got is electric, apart from gas cooker. So we still.
I remember last time we had a power cut in this town, or any town for that matter. It's a bloody long time ago. It's not.
It is, yeah.
Talking 10 years or more ago, at least. I just can't remember it. A power cut.
That's it. When was the last time the UK had a power cut? 2019, it says here. On August the 9th, 2019, a large power outage affected parts of England and Wales, impacting approximately 1 million people and causing disruptions to transport and leaving 300,000 homes and businesses without electricity.
We've certainly not had one in Lancashire, that's for sure. Not in this area, not in these areas anyway. I can't remember. Can't remember a power cut since. I can't remember a power cut in the 2000s from 2000. I remember a power cut once when I moved into my house before I got married. Shortly after I moved in, I remember a power cut then, but I certainly don't remember one 2000 onwards.
The other notable one is when the miners were on strike.
Oh, crash! Yeah, that's 1970s.
1973 to 1974.
I remember then.
It says the UK experienced a 3-day week due to industrial action by coal miners and railway workers, which severely restricted electricity generation and led to a period of electricity rationing. So that was the last severe one, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, the same as you said, Richard. I cannot remember. I can't remember.
I certainly can't remember one since in 25, 30 years. Just watch now. We'll have a fucking power cut tonight.
Last time you got plunged into darkness, it was me.
Bloody cats. Couldn't fall on switch. That was the last time I had a power cut.
Oh God, it was funny, Bill. We sat here talking away, and then next minute, boom, everything went off, and it went cat behind sofa. It's resolved the issue. She can't do it no more.
Correct. I've turned the switch over because it's one of them. It's a Wi-Fi switch that I can tell Alexa to turn everything off and on. When I go to bed, I just get up and walk to bed. I don't turn anything off. And when I'm in bed, I just go through everything. Right, Alexa, do this, do that, do that, do that, do that, and turn everything off when I'm in bed. You see.
Yep.
Oh dear.
I've got an Alexa routine that I just say, stop everything, or if I say I'm going to bed, it turns off everything and it turns on the bedroom light.
Yeah.
Then I say good night, and then it sets the air conditioner temperature and turns off the bedroom light.
But you see,
getting back up again.
She got this thing where she go behind the sofa, and somehow, for some reason, she learned how to switch it off.
Yeah. She sussed it. She realised pressing the blue lit up button made me shout at her and thought, this is fucking fun. I'm going to do this more often.
It was so funny that night, Richard. Talking away, and then all of a sudden it got plunged into darkness.
Yeah.
No. Oh dear. But yeah, it was so funny. Well, you can imagine the expletives coming out of Richard's mouth. He knew exactly what had happened.
Oh yeah, I knew straight away. First time it happened, I thought, that's weird. I haven't asked that person to turn the lights off. I couldn't say her name, and she would do. And I thought, why is that happening? What's going on? And then I realised, and then, oh yeah.
She come out from behind the sofa looking all sheepish.
Yeah, I just thought it was funny. She knows how to test you. She does. When she finds someone that
she knew exactly what she was doing.
She'll keep doing it.
Yeah, Tommy, I love that cat.
Oh yeah.
Oh dear, it was so funny.
Oh yeah, she did.
Hey, up has Bob gone at meter, Richard? Put a Bob back at meter. He says, I know exactly where it is. This is that bastard cat. Oh dear. Ain't it funny the things these animals get up to, eh?
I wish I could turn my time back to last August. That's what I wish. And I wouldn't have got her. How much do you love it, Tommy? I can arrange a delivery.
First class.
I'll bring her home and sell it back in car.
Express delivery.
I'll get a ferry to Dublin and bring her over for you. No problem.
I don't think he loves her that much, Richard.
Yeah. I don't mind her, but it's the frigging cat hairs I can't be doing with, man. It's a constant battle with cat hairs. Constant.
I don't. Well, I don't. This is the thing, Richard. You know where.
Oh, I do.
We had Chase being black and white, and if him and our Tucker have been like play fighting, you go round and there's all like these little tufts of hair on carpet, and Chris get little. Yeah, and he'll go, I'm finding these tufts of hair everywhere.
Correct. They're flipping everywhere. But even in my car, she's never been in my bloody car. They get on me. They get on me and transfer it into the car.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I should have got one of them Egyptian cats.
Them Sphinx. Hairless ones.
Right, we know where.
Oh dear. Yeah, but then you'd have to dress it up in pyjamas and.
They're right in here. We're all right in here. We won't need pyjamas on in here. Warm as hell.
They have to put pyjamas on and woolly jumpers and.
I go to bed with a fan running every night.
Because hairless. I'm watching this video, right? And they're like, them. I think island cows, but these weren't the brown ones. These were like a creamy colour. And I'm not kidding you. I sat there in amazement, and it started off. We've got this nightly ritual, right? So, woman goes in. She takes this hay bale in, unwraps it or whatever, and Car's there going like this, all over the place. Now she's got two. So she brings this second bale in, doesn't say him, and this other one comes running through the door, and that's doing the same, spreading hay about. And then she got these pyjama things hanging up. So they both goes walking over to these pyjamas and they're going to these, basically telling owner, right, I need my pyjamas on now. So she goes through this routine of putting bloody pyjamas on cows that have got, tons of fur or whatever you call it, dressing them up in pyjamas. And then she has to put them a movie on before they go to sleep. I'm thinking.
And what? Are you taking piss now? A movie?
Yes, honest to God, Richard. I saw it with my own two eyes and I'm thinking, what the cows? Pyjamas, movies. I'm thinking, oh my God, what's the world coming to? You put a movie on for two bloody cows.
Oh, there you go. We keep them entertained, I suppose.
But yeah. But I couldn't get over the fact that when she undid this bale, they were like going like this, spreading it all about.
She should put YouTube on and put them PETA videos on from cows at slaughterhouse. See how they like that.
But I'm thinking, yeah. And I'm sort of sat there in disbelief. I'm thinking, putting some pyjamas on a cow, and it's got loads of it. It was like one of these island cows, but it weren't a dark brown colour. It were, mind you, they were only calves. They weren't full-grown cows. I might add, but yeah, I'm thinking, well, what's the world coming to now?
Yeah,
Putting pyjamas on a cow.
Yeah.
You know, there is mad people out there. You know what
Always
I mean?
there. Always there. I've seen people taking cats out on leads.
Well, aren't we? This is the thing, Richard. We bought, when Chase started going round with our biscuit, we actually bought a harness and a lead for our Chase. But
Yeah.
we never used it. And he still follows him to this day.
Yeah.
Follows him. And I don't know what it is, but if he gets to a certain spot, he'll stop. And he waits for Chris coming back, and he's still sat in that spot waiting for him when they, because all cats have got like what they call a perimeter. They're not they're not go further than this perimeter. I don't know what it is, but at certain spots, he'll stop, he'll sit down, and he sits and waits for Chris and our biscuit to come back that way. It's incredible, and our Callum says, I keep hearing people saying, "Oh, look at that! A cat going for a walk with a dog." And you know what I mean? It's just what he does. But yeah, really, can't believe it. I say, baby, when our Chase follows you and our biscuit, don't you sit waiting for you to come back other way?
Well,
Yeah.
and when I say to Biscuit, stay, when we're crossing road, I chase it.
That's it. He says, when I cross roadward, I say to our biscuit, sit, stay. He says, our Chase sits down and waits. Sits.
And I'll say, come on, Biscuit, chase them.
Yeah. I think you were a dog in a previous life. But I mean, you see all these videos of dogs and cats being best friends. I mean, that's quite literally our biscuit and Chase. And I think the fact that we had Chase from a kitten, and when we introduced Biscuit, well, obviously Tucker came first, and then he tolerates our Tucker. You know what I mean? But they never be best of friends. Now, him and I'm not kidding you as well, Richard. This is no word of a lie. God strike me down dead. When we go to bed at night and our biscuit goes upstairs, he lies on that top landing, right? I've got this ritual. I go up, I scratch his ears for him, I scratch his nose and under his chin. I'm not kidding you. Our Chase sits right at the side of our biscuit, and he wants me to do the same to him. No word of a lie. You can ask Chris. It's like, well, you give him a scratch round ears and on his nose and under his chin. It's my turn now. Not kidding you. But there's one thing that our Chase does, which Biscuit will not abide, and I don't know why he does it. He puts his whole head in his ear. He puts his head into his ear, and I don't know whether it's because he's gone a bit Mutton Jeff or what, but that's one thing.
Has he got really big ears or a really little head?
I think it's a bit of both. He's only like 2 years. Well, he's not 2 years old yet, but yeah, that's one thing. He not tolerate.
Little shit though.
I say he not tolerate when our Chase puts his head right in his ear, will he?
Oh, I don't like that.
No, not tolerate that in. But the best of buddies otherwise. But yeah, he don't tolerate that. And another thing, when Chase gets jealous, when I'm scratching our biscuit's ear and he's sat right at side on him, he's looking round with one eye and he's saying, "Oh, Mum, tell him he's a bit too close." He gets right close up to him, but no stranger than folks, is there? But yeah,
Right, yeah.
I swear to God, that what I've just said, I have not made any of it up. It's absolutely true. But yeah, I mean, you don't go on a walk with our biscuit every single time. You know, it's only every now and again. And he follows them all the way. You see, just up that way, we've got that. You know that main road where tram tracks is. We've got an underpass that you go under it, and it brings you out on the other side. That's one place our chase not go through. We not go through underpass, and he sits there waiting for him to come back that way. I don't know why you're not go under this underpass. I don't know. But anyway. So here's the question, Bill. Who does the packing?
Oh, she does.
Oh.
That's girl work.
Mm-mm. I'm not having
no sex. But you have a lot of bloody cases, haven't you?
Yeah, right. No, she would explain to you in no uncertain terms, that's girl work. She told me that's girl work. I've gone with it ever since. It's like, who makes the bed?
Well,
if she travels, the bed does not get made during the week. When she comes home, she makes the bed.
This is the thing, Bill. Chris packs, but I tell him what to pack. If you know what I mean. Chris does the packing because how can I put it? He does it more economical than what I do. I'd take, it doesn't pay for this, it doesn't pay for that, and you know what I mean, for a 5-day stay.
But she travels for a living, so she's really good at packing. And she says, no, if I let you pack, you won't have any pants when we get there. Just let me pack. And on that, pants are way overrated.
But yeah, it dreads me saying, well, I want this, I want that. But yeah, but you've already got about 6 pairs. I say, well, an extra pair not make any difference.
I usually don't bring enough shirts to travel, and I'll buy shirts on the way.
Did you hear him? He just says that and then she wonders why we come back, half of stuff's not been worn. You've got to cover. I look at it this way, Bill. You've got to cover for all eventualities.
See, I've got time, so I'll put all my stuff in a backpack and then wash it in the middle of the week.
But yeah,
won't be set.
Like if we're having a space a good weather recently, but I'd still put a jumper in or a thick cardigan or something in just to be on, just to be on the safe side.
But you can just check the weather where you're going and bring clothes for that.
But I mean, the weatherman's not always right.
Well, he's going to be close enough. He's not going to say it's going to be 85 degrees if it's actually going to be 20.
But anyway, so yeah, I like to cover all eventualities, something a bit thicker, just in case it's. Like we went to Flamborough. I packed. Well, I didn't pack them. Chris did. I told him to put me like 3-4 t-shirts in, like these short sleeve t-shirts. But I also took some long sleeve t-shirts just in case, it got a little bit on cold side.
How much time do you spend outdoors?
What? On holiday?
Ever?
Not a deal here.
Okay, when you're out and about on vacation, how much time do you spend outdoors?
A lot.
Like 80% of the day or 20% of the day?
I don't know, about 60-40, I don't know. Something like that, I don't know.
Yeah, see, I'm strictly, once I've got the hotel room done, because we always stop and we sanitize everything in the hotel room. Once that's gone, I'm out, and I'll see you when it's time to go to sleep. Yeah.
That's it.
We keep those little things on our phones that tell you how far you walked. And mine will say like 11 miles every day. Oh yeah, we're trucking around all over the place.
But you see, I mean, we are disability. With my disability, I can't just, you know, you've got to plan ahead. So, but yeah, I mean, like I've said to Chris, I mean, is like when last holiday he went out with drones, cameras, etc. I mean, that's not my thing. Just sitting about, just watching him fly his drone and take photographs. I'd sooner him go out by himself or with um Chris and know that they're going to enjoy themselves without me holding them back, if you know what I mean.
Well, yeah, but if you go with him when he does that stuff, then you can free range around him.
That's it. You see, that's basically what we did. We arranged for, places that we're going to go where we could go as a family, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Who is Whippy Licky Bunny then?
See, with us, we go out the door with no idea where we're going to go.
Oh.
And I'll bring Penelope with me just in case I decide to fly around some. But we might, I might carry it around for 3 days and not even put it up in the air.
That's the thing. I mean, it's like when we went on holiday, he'd got all his camera equipment, he'd got all his drone equipment, tripods, you name it. That were off at Carrefour. By the time, and everything else had to slot around it, kind of thing.
I just carry a 5-foot tripod and the drone, and that's it. Everything else is closed.
But
no, and I'll carry my microphone and stuff, but that's only that big, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, you know what I mean. It's a mixture. We go here, there, and everywhere as a family, including dog.
Well, it's like I'll carry something like this. I won't carry this. This is a garage jacket. It used to be a favorite, but now it's a garage jacket because it's old. But yeah, I'll carry a jacket like this, and then that's it for the extras. It's all short sleeve shirts after that. And if it's long sleeves, if it's a little warm, long sleeves are okay.
But I don't know what the weather's going to be like next week, Bill. But it for the remainder of this week, it's going to be nice.
Well, today it was 36, which probably translates to about 1 or 2 Celsius to start the day. And it's currently, I don't know, somewhere in the 70s.
When do you get in London?
I think around 10 or 11 Saturday.
23 degrees it's going to be. That's warm.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you've got a different idea of warm than I do. I'm used to, 105, 110 in the summer.
That's the weather for London. Partly cloudy though.
73, that's like perfect weather. That's money there.
But yeah, it says Saturday, 12th of April, 23 degrees. Sunday, slightly cooler at 21. And then it starts going downhill from there. Monday, it says it looks like rain, cloudy and rainy, but it's 18 degrees.
So it's good temperature. See, this would be perfectly good. Short sleeve shirts and this.
But yeah, that's going to be the weather for Saturday. It says 23.
Yeah, that'd be nice. That's play outside weather for sure. For me, that's perfect play outside weather.
But yeah, it's Friday and Saturday's looking pretty good. But then by Sunday temperature starts to drop a bit. Right, I'm looking at weather in London for Bill. So Saturday It arrives in
Beautiful all this week for here. All week. All the way through to Saturday. Continuous sun every day for here. Solid sun all week
I
until.
just looked at weather and it says in London, where Bill's
Well,
landing.
not, but I just landed in London, then I'm going up to Conway.
Oh, Conway's going to be very similar to here.
You're not stopping in London then?
Nah, I've done that enough. I've been to London often enough. I always forget there's no A in Conway. It's Conway.
Conway.
Oh yeah, it's showing burning sunshine and
What day do you arrive?
upper 50s. Saturday.
Oh, Saturday's beautiful in Conway.
But here it says cloudy.
Saturday it says 17 in Conway.
Yeah.
Well, I'm doing it in English. It says 62. But it's showing rain Sunday and Monday, so we'll see.
Yeah, Sunday and Monday it goes off, but Saturday it's scorching according to it's same weather all the way through like it is here.
So it'll be an easy drive.
Oh yeah, it won't take long to get from London to there.
Yeah, we only went to Conway once when we were in Llandudno, but the people she's auditing are in Conway. So we did a loop around. We saw the castle and we saw the little downtown area by the little tourist area by the castle. And we said, "Ooh, we want to stay there next time."
That's it.
And I've got no idea where the border is to Wales from England. You can tell the Scotland border because when you're going from England to Scotland, the sign says "Welcome to Scotland," and then underneath it says "And stay out of England."
Neil, just short 5 hours it is from London to Conway.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
260 miles.
The only way to tell you've entered Wales is the signs have lots of L's and W's and Y's on them.
That's right. Yeah, first thing you notice is Araf. Everything, all roads say Araf on them, slow. Araf. That's all you see.
But it's like you'll see words that have like, I don't know, 7 L's to start the word.
Yeah, but the signage in Wales, it's in English and in Welsh.
Yeah, when you're lucky. When you get off the highway, it's good luck. But I've got what do you call it? Let me find it. I've got my little lifesaver. See, I haven't used it for a few weeks now, so I lost it. Lens. Google Lens.
They just point it to sign and it translates it for
and it translates it to English.
Yeah.
Karen's going to get in trouble.
How cool.
Oh, nope, she's still on the ground. Damn it.
She's supposed to be flying off somewhere.
She's supposed to be going to Ohio. But she's not doing a very good job.
Oh, dear. What's the problem then, Bill? Don't you know?
I don't know. The weather's pretty okay here. It's burning sunshine as nearly as I know. It's, 67 degrees and burning sunshine.
It could be a technical issue.
Yeah, I think the planes all got stacked up for problems other places. And I don't want to go on a plane. If they say you might not want to go in this plane, I absolutely don't want to go in that plane.
Yeah,
we run around too much.
The night.
What's that?
You had to circle things about 3 times before you landed.
Oh yeah, that was terrible. That was the worst one, the one that couldn't take off, and they started knocking engine with hammers and stuff.
Try taking off about first time and then second time, and Richard
Twice we tried taking off, and Eurostess was sat in front of me. I were in the seat next to the emergency thing, and I said to her, the plane set off, and just before it got to the point of takeoff, he knocked his engines off, came back round again, sat there for a minute, then he had another do, did same again, this is twice, and they come back round, and they were bugging about, these blokes, they had fags in the gob, these Spaniards didn't look like they had a curly world, bugging about with hammers and stuff and knocking around under the engine. And I said to flipping Eurostess, I said, if this don't take off this time, I'm out of there. I said, this is not good.
Oh no, I would be absolutely. I would be pulling emergency exits and stuff at that point.
They were bad. And what a rough flight it were, and oh Jesus. When we got back near Manchester, God forbid it, were jumping, buffeting around and everything. Oh, for Christ's sake, this is it. This is it. The end is near.
It was sat there going like this.
And then we had one when we went to somewhere. It was somewhere in Spain. I can't remember where. I think it was Tenerife. And it kept having to do a drive around because he couldn't land. I thought, bloody Nora, it's going to run out of petrol at this rate. Bloody hell. Fortunately, other than that, every flight I've been on's been all right. But then we just 2 occasions I can remember.
I mean, them sorts of situations, especially if you're a nervous flyer as well, you'd be sat there going like this, praying.
Oh yeah, the plane will bounce up and down, and I say I need new underwear now, and Karen says, "Yeah, we might want to fasten our seatbelts." No problem. It's like I just watched my dinner tray go like this.
The only reason why they insist on you putting your seatbelt on is so they can get your name, and when it crashes, they can get your name off the seat. That's the only reason why they do that, so they can know who the bodies are. It's absolutely no benefit at all in a crash.
The seatbelts are to keep you off the ceiling if they hit a lot of turbulence.
Yeah, but I mean,
they really are.
Yeah, but I mean, generally,
nothing's going to save you in a crash. You're going to die.
No, it's so that you float around with seats. If you land in ocean, you float around in seat. They say, "Well, we know we're in D3."
Look at the little sticker on the seat. Yeah,
that's what it's bloody for. I mean, what use is it? You're over Atlantic Ocean, and she's telling you where life raft is. Yeah, right. That's a lot of you. Oh, from 30,000 feet.
Like you've got the time to find out where life raft is. When,
yeah.
When you're in an emergency situation.
You probably die of an heart attack before you get down.
Now remember, hitting the ocean at 500 miles an hour is exactly the same as hitting the sidewalk at 500 miles an hour. A life raft isn't going to be helpful.
No.
Maybe one of those big blow-up balls, where you walk around inside the big blow-up ball. That might be helpful.
It depends how the plane crashes. I mean, if it just loses power and falls out of the sky, it'll be a smoother landing. It'll still kill you, right? But
it would spread the parts more evenly.
This is the thing, though.
I'd want Sully flying it. So come on, land us on bloody Hudson, man.
Yeah.
It don't matter what mode of transport you take, whether it's by car, by air, by boat. There's always that, where there could be an emergency.
Yeah.
If you're on a bicycle going 7 miles an hour and there's an emergency, you might break your little bone in your hand when you fall off. Yeah. If you're on a plane and there's a little emergency, you're going to be spread evenly over the countryside.
Air travel is the safest way to travel, statistically.
Yeah. The only people that'll argue that are the people that died on airplanes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh dear, but yeah. It's no matter what mode of transport, there's always that element that of something going wrong.
Yeah.
I used to love flying, but now I must admit I'm a bit dubious now with all this stuff that's going on around the world. And I'm last time we were on
a month and a half ago, we had a military helicopter get in the way of a commuter plane.
Yeah.
and it whacked into it and it killed everybody. Needless to say, it killed the hell out of the people in the helicopter.
Oh,
It
yeah.
killed them to death, you know. But yeah, it was like an attack helicopter. They were doing maneuvers running along the river, and they went too high and went into the airplane's flight route.
But you'd think that, mind you, if it's covert, but you'd think the air traffic controllers would know that there's a helicopter or something in the vicinity.
Well, they did.
Military
helicopters got it wrong. He went too high.
Military helicopters do not report position.
Well, that's what I mean.
They're designed to not be seen.
Then they're not going to have any trace of them, are they?
It shredded the helicopter into a million pieces. And it also, the plane did land on the water, but nobody looked for a life jacket since they were all DED dead.
Yeah.
That's it.
The plane was already on fire when it hit the helicopter. And, well, gas floats, and it floats on the water, and there you are on top.
Yeah. So if you're lucky enough to think, bloody hell, I've survived it, you burned to death on top of ladder.
Yeah. If you're lucky enough to survive the accident, get out of the plane, and get under the flames on the water, then you're going to drown because you can only come up in the flames.
That's
so there's
it.
No good answer.
Yeah, that's it. Whichever
when
way
hits the water, you're dead.
I'm going to say whichever way you look at it, you're DEAD, aren't you?
Yeah,
you're often the seat near a black box. They always find that all right.
I'm having to see it. Or either that, Richard, or sit with black box on your knee.
Yeah. Why they just make the plane out the same metal that black box is made out of.
Problem is, it's in the back of the plane. I don't want to ride there.
Same as Richard says, they always fight black box.
Yeah. Yeah, they put it in the very back of the plane. And it's like, nobody wants to spend 11 and a half hours in the back of an airplane.
I don't want to spend 11 and a half hours anywhere on an airplane, to be honest with you.
Well, you can sleep if you're up front, though. The seats lay back.
It's first class and all that. I mean, it's brilliant, but I don't think I could sleep on a plane. Me, if I went first class with proper bed and everything, I just wouldn't feel. I don't know. It'd be weird.
Well, you could ask the flight attendant for some Valium or something, or vodka or whatever.
Or did what you did when you were talking about it on Saturday night?
Tenerife, when I went to Tenerife last. Put it Tenerife for Turkey. Not Tenerife. We were. What's the other island called? Not Fuerteventura. What's the other one called? I can't remember what it's called.
Canary Islands.
Yeah, you've got Tenerife, Fuerteventura, and what's the other two called? There's two others. I can't remember what they're called. The one with the funny name. Can't remember without looking at a map.
See, to me, Tenerife is a funny name.
I can tell you, I've got Google Maps up now, but I can't just think what it's called.
You can tell it's not part of England, though, because it'd be Tenerife Shire.
Hey, we're on about this thing about the Spanish people don't want tourists, in their country. And same as I says to Richard the other night, well, it's a bit daft, really. They're cutting their nose off to spite the face because the biggest income that they've got is the tourists.
Yeah, it was Gran Canaria, Gran Canaria. I couldn't remember the name.
You know what I mean? So not allowing tourists into their country.
In Spain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Karen was just there like 4 weeks ago, and she said they were all super nice. Like extra polite and everything.
Only certain places, you know what I mean?
Hello, stripper bunny. Who's that, I wonder?
Do a strip.
Yeah, I'm going to look. I'm betting the channel is, it's about 20 minutes old.
Yes, I would say it's Tim.
Yeah, when I went to Gran Canaria, I had a few Baileys before I got on plane, and I just sat there. I hadn't even took my seatbelt off. and I just fell asleep. And then I woke up just as it was touching tarmac. I thought, that is the way to
That's
do
the
it.
perfect flight.
It was perfect. I felt like I was on that plane for 10 minutes. It was brilliant.
I think they were talking about non-Spanish buying property. But
It
I
was,
mean, same.
it was Turkey, it were, because I remember the pilot saying before we got out of the seats, he says it's hottest day they've ever had recorded there. He said, so watch out when we open doors. It was Turkey, it were.
Yeah,
And the home door on plane, it was like a fireball coming through the bloody plane. It worked temperature.
it's
You
tricky
know,
like
if you
that.
fly to Vegas in the middle of summer here, sometimes the flight gets canceled because it's too hot to land the plane.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
They can't get enough lift to land the plane. They said
Yeah.
they can land, but they can't take off again.
This is the thing as well. The on about in Cornwall, trying to stop people buying holiday homes down there because it's taken away from the locals that can't afford to buy homes because there's so many second homes, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People buying holiday homes. So, you know, I mean, it's, I suppose it's same as that, you know what I mean? Anyway, on that
Is
note,
that you,
guys,
Richard?
I'm going to call it a night.
What do you say?
No, I thought that was you. And no, it's me. Somebody sending me a picture of a N8 tractor.
Ah,
Me.
yeah, I've definitely no pictures of tractors.
Priced out. Yeah.
That's a
That's
pretty
what I'm
tractor.
saying. It's to do with locals getting priced out on Property Ladder. But anyway, so I'll see you all tomorrow. The baking is Wednesday this week. It'll just be a normal live stream tomorrow. So I'll see you all tomorrow, guys.
See you later, folks. Bye.
See you
Bye.
later.
Bye.
It was nice
Bye.
not seeing you, Crypto.
Bye, everybody. Missing you already, Gary.